Alright guys, so let's have a look at TSLA. Tesla has been pretty much chopping around here. So today 2.5% in the morning, it was gapping up, and we did come back down to fill this gap and closed at 193. So what I'm watching from here, so if I switch to daily chart, you will see that for the past like 5-6 days, it has been opening higher and closing lower. If you just pay attention, these candles, it's been pretty much selling off, but very controlled selling and low volume selling as well. If you can take a look at the bottom, this huge volume went up with like first 2 months of the year, and relatively past let's say like 2-3 weeks, you can see volume has declined and maybe it's back to norm. Still a little bit elevated, I want to say, but still much lower than it was trading with. So today's volume 120, and last 2-3 days it was below 140, but we were trading relatively like twice of that volume, literally throughout December, January, and pretty much into March. But in March you can see more volume has declined, and as a uptrend, basically this is my trend line that I'm watching as a support. As soon as it slips below this level, I'm watching Tesla to the downside. If I bring up moving averages, you can see stock, the red line on my chart represents 200-day moving average, and this yellow line, which is uptrending, which is 50-day moving average, that's where it's holding basically. So if it loses 50-day moving average, I would be watching for Tesla, basically this recent pullback from March 13th, 162, 164. That would be the level to watch. If it does lose this 185 and 50-day simple moving average, if I remove this trend line, you will see this 50-day moving average has been acting as a support as well. So that's the level I'm watching to the downside. But if we do squeeze higher and if we do see some sort of a rally, well, 200-day moving average, that's your resistance, $215 level right here, and also it's basically this resistance from February, and that's where it basically chopped around and slowly came down. So these are the levels I'm watching for Tesla from here. Option wise, not much happened today. I think there were a lot of call activity, but they were, let's take a look. So basically definitely more calls were traded, but those calls may be sold as well. It's very hard to read when there's like 700. If you take a look at the stats, 946,000 calls were traded and 720,000 puts were traded. It's very hard to read and say the option activity was clearly bullish or bearish, because it's very institutional trades when you can see like thousands of trades spreads, and you don't know, if you don't have a software, what people are doing. But there were some naked calls. People are betting that it could definitely get back above 200 and maybe push towards that 200-day moving average. But other than that, not much to say in terms of options. Slightly more bullish, I want to say. But that's the update for TSLA. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.